Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we learned a whole lot of stuff from Sholmes about, well, the past, the present, and what's going on right now. But also mostly the present, the past, but also how that relates to the present. It was a lot. Is the main thing. And gotta say, Cosmo's looking more sus with every passing minute. Though there's still some parts that don't quite add up. Like again, why did they say that? Wait, what? So what, like, didn't because Gina saw that guy's? It was Gina who told us about like when she looked into Gregson's like papers and stuff. That's when she learned that she saw Jigoko's name, right? Then again, well, then that's why we were led to believe that Jigoko was the target. But according to our current hypothesis, he was never actually targeted. I mean, clearly he was, or something happened on that ship. Because else he wouldn't have done all that shit. Like there wouldn't have been like the gunshot and whatnot, right? Clearly, there's still more to this mystery than we currently know, but little by little, I guess we're learning more. But anyway, enough of that for the time being. All right, everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day, isn't it, Hurley? I mean, look at the time. Ah, quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow. What preparations? Well, I think I should make my way back to my hotel room now. It's certainly been a night to remember. It's a little bit sad, though. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy. Because then Susie would have been my big sister. That would have been pretty adorable, I can't deny. I'm sorry, Iris. I know, Iris. I was thinking quite the same thing. Were you? But if somebody like me would be worthy, I would be delighted to become your sister. What? Really? Oh yes, without question. That's fucking adorable. So, you'll teach me all the ways you know to throw Rune out to the floor. Okay, well maybe that's not as adorable. Oh yes, of course. It would be my pleasure. Geez, don't I get a say in this? You didn't have to agree quite so readily. Oh, but wait a minute. If Susie's going to be my big sister, you could be my big brother if you want, Runo. Uh-huh. I mean, yes, of course. If you'll have me, I'll gladly be your brother. Oh, it's adorable. Ah, well done, Iris. You must always be mindful of feelings. I have raised you so well. Oh. So you're saying she just gave me that out of pity? Oh. Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally. or Sean's just joking. Yeah, he was probably just joking around. Being a silly Billy. Right, I'm going to work extra hard for tomorrow now. Because it's for my big brother and sister. What is all this talk about preparing for tomorrow? Preparing what? Hehe. You'll just have to wait and see. Oh. Of course, they couldn't just tell me. Got a fucking prolonged mystery. Good luck in court tomorrow. I'm expecting a sterling performance. I'll do my very best, of course. Yeah, I still feel like there's a lot that I don't know, but oh well. Gotta learn on the job, I guess. So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point, exposing new truths whilst posing new conundrums. I had a list of 4 names on the telegram in Judge Goko's office, and the extraordinary assassination plot in which my best friend had somehow become involved. I felt as though I'd been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. At the same time, I felt sure I would see the light again soon. Because I was lucky enough to have the most wonderful family in the world standing steadfastly behind me. Oh, it's so fucking adorable. It's so cute, Ryunosuke. How can you... This is cute as fuck. That's all I can say, man. It's cute as fuck. Phoenix would never be so earnest with his feelings. But hey, to be continued, which means I probably could have finished in the last episode and started and left off here. Or be left off here and then started off, you know, fresh, instead of like just wasting a couple minutes, but okay, whatever. Either way, this is Trial Part 2. Like, I can't imagine there's too much more after this. It's weird though, like, it feels like there shouldn't be that much more, but at the same time, there's so many unanswered questions. Like, what the fuck is Jojo Goku's role in all this? What about the professor shit? Like, that's gotta get brought up at some point, right? Like, they're not gonna just leave that hanging. Man, my goodness. Like, I know I took a little bit of a break between, like, the last episode and, you know, the stuff I was doing before then. But hell, it barely feels like I've really gotten that much into the last episode, but we're already on the second trial day, so can't imagine it's going to be too much longer, you know? Either way, shit's been pretty on point so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this is all going to, you know, come together. I know, not even like a... Oh, that fucking loud-ass gavel. But yeah, and just going right into it, not even like a little like preemptive thing. Before we begin today, I have a brief announcement. As with the closed trial 10 years ago, some astonishing facts have come to light in these proceedings. The revelation that the well-known Reaper is actually an organization illegally executing its own brand of justice. And the discovery that a respected yard inspector was at the heart of it, was at its heart until he himself perished in an assassination plot. That's pretty fucking wild. Well, I say to all members of the judiciary here present on this occasion, that we will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Again, when you do that pose, pal, it makes you look even more ominous than usual. Like, you're literally already standing in a giant ass, you already were so large, and now it's like you're looking down on me, you know? That's the vibe I'm getting, so I don't know if that's what you're going for, but that's the impression that I get, you know? Councils. Especially when you do that. Okay, that one's also a very ominous pose to do in this position. Like, it's bad vibes, man. I'm just saying. Councils, you will undertake this trial with the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Case 5 of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Resolve. He said the thing. To pursue the truth to the bitter end. Resolve, yes. I love that game. That's my intention. Hey, what's your fucking game, Cosmo? Oh, it's been a while since I did this voice again. My lord, if I may inquire. The defendant may speak. On what grounds is Kazuma Asuni permitted to continue in his role as prosecutor? Man, you're picking a fight as a defendant, are you, Menzies? He is admitted to colluding with the victim in a plot to assassinate an innocent man. He shouldn't be enjoying the privilege of freedom, let alone be leading the prosecution. I mean, you've got a point, Van Zeeks, if I'm being honest. How are you not in jail? I mean, he casually... It's just wild how casual he was about it. Like once we proved it, he was just like, yeah, totally, no, that was me. I was there, and then I decided to dip because it wasn't my style. I submitted a written petition to Lord Strongheart, requesting that judgment of my transgressions be delayed by 1 day. You did what? In the day's proceedings, I intend to expose everything. My whole life for the last 10 years has all been leading up to this 1 day. Well, at least it's not one more day. Cosima, whatever the outcome of this trial, I give my word that I will accept whatever punishment is deemed appropriate, however severe. And I suggest you prepare yourself for the same, Reaper. Cosima's bristling with hostility today, as opposed to most days when he's chill and cool, obviously. I get the distinct impression that we're heading into very dangerous territory. Is that really even Cosima-sama standing before us? It's hard to tell, you know? I know he's still, I mean, again, we did have that very nice conversation about, you know, in his office, you know? Or what was Van Zeek's office, but was now his office. Like, I don't think he's like a monster or whatever, but he's clearly got some stuff weighing him down. As an extreme exception to normal practices, I have granted this prosecutor's request. The defense finds this acceptable, I presume. I mean, sure, why not? Yes, my lord. In that case, in the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed hearing of Beric von Zeeks. Oh yeah, this music again. The super ominous, scary music. The defense is ready, my lord. The prosecution is more than ready. Very well, then. This preamble has taken long enough. Prosecutor Asoki, begin! As you wish, my lord. The prosecution calls the first witness to the stand. Bring Sashiro Jigoko into the courtroom. At last, then, we've reached the final battle. He's putting literally everything on the line now in order to get to the truth. Come on, Ryunosuke. It's time for that steely resolve, because this is going to test it to the limit. How many times are they going to say resolve, man? Hello, Judge Jigoko. What's up? Witness, state your name and occupation for the court. So, it was you who issued this, was it? Your subpoena? Your subpoena? I did what was necessary. Well, look what the young man has become. I didn't think I'd see the day when you take that tone with me, I must say. The witness will ensure his responses are pertinent to the questions asked. My name is Shishiro Jigoko, a Supreme Court judge from the Empire of Japan. 16 years ago, this man came to London as a visiting student. 6 years later, he returned to Japan. As well as presiding over the Supreme Court, he is also currently Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. I am, of course, fully aware of Mr. Jigoko and his preeminent roles. I invited him personally to the International Forensic Science Symposium as a representative of his country. I hear he also played a key role in the conclusion of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. It was a great honor to be involved in the negotiations. I put my all into that treaty. Judge Shigoko, I must ask. Well, I never. Fancy the young murdering student turning up here of all places. I was actually found innocent of that charge, if you recall, Judge Shigoko. You acquitted me yourself, and now I'm a practicing defense lawyer. Yes, and full of self-importance like your friend across the courtroom, I see. You came here to London by invitation to the International Forensic Science Symposium. But then, without informing anyone of your plans, you took flight to France. You mean boat to France. I know he means like in the metaphorical sense, but, you know, airplanes weren't invented yet. Took flight. I'd have to object to that turn of phrase. Explain yours. Yeah, obviously he had to object to that phrase because fucking planes weren't invented yet. What exactly were the circumstances? Well, I was somewhat expecting this. And I'm sorry to say, I decline to comment. You can't just decline to comment. You can't just no comment an official trial. Come on, pal. What? Leaving the country prematurely, when I was an invited guest, may be questionable etiquette. But my decision is unrelated to this case. I can't be bound to testify. Well, I mean, I guess he would know, considering he is a judge and all, about legal stuff. Unrelated, you say? I appreciate that a respected police inspector has been killed, for which I offer my condolences. However, being an alien, I'd obviously never met the man, nor do I know the first thing about him. Oh my fucking god, you're telling me Judge Igoko was an alien this whole time? Oh shit, fucking Area 51, no wonder he was, you know, he's so buff. It's clearly his alien muscles. As such, I'm in no position to testify. It's as simple as that. So you would run from all this? I beg your pardon? This case is more far-reaching than the murder of Inspector Gregson. It has ties to another murder, a case that was tried in Japan almost a year ago now. A year ago in Japan? The murder of Dr. John H. Wilson, you mean? That's right! And you, Judge Shigoko, are at the heart of both cases. The defense has evidence to prove it. Well, Ryunosuke, I see from the look in your eyes that you're resolved to carry this through to the very end, too. Okay, it was cute at first, but I'm just gonna, like, throw in resolve at like, every given point, even though, because, you know, it's the last case, you know, the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. But yeah, I mean, obviously. There's no going back now. Let's see your evidence, then. What proof do you have that Sashiro Jigoko is involved in this case? Well, I mean, we have this, telegram, you know? Don't ask how we got it, but, we do have it.
Take that!
This is a telegram detailing a communication sent between Britain and Japan, approximately 1 year ago. The communication contained 4 names: K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, and J. Wilson. Uh-oh. He doesn't look very happy about that. You little... you get that? I guess he doesn't need his gavel to you know, to make a statement. In Tokyo. From your office, Judge Jigoko. What? How on earth did you... What's this all about? Why's my name on that list? This list of 4 names follows a certain pattern. T. Gregson and J. Wilson are the names of victims. K. Asogi and A. Shin are the names of assassins. No. A year ago in Tokyo, Dr. John H. Wilson's life was taken in a Western-style restaurant in the capital. The culprit was found to be a visiting student who went by the name of Giselle Brett, but her real name was Asa Shin, a professional killer sent on a mission to kill from Great Britain. A. Shin and her victim, J. Wilson, and the murder that just took place here in London was a counterpart to that crime. An assassin sent from Japan, also a visiting student, Kazuma Asogi, whose victim was the British police inspector Tobias Gregson. K. Asogi and T. Gregson, one assassin from each country to kill a target residing in the other. What exactly is the defense suggesting? These 2 cases of murder, one that took place in Britain and one in Japan, were masterminded by a pair of individuals from each country as a form of assassin exchange. And the telegram that the defense has acquired is proof of this international contract to kill. What? What? The telegram was found in your office, Judge Jigoko. In other words, the mastermind in Japan was you. Judge Jigoko? What's this all about? And you, Kazuma, you lied. Yeah, he said that he was he was accompanying Gregson on a mission to assassinate Sashiro Jigoko, which apparently was not the case. During yesterday's proceedings, you acknowledged that you'd accepted the assassination mission, but the mark wasn't Judge Jigoko at all. It was T. Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard, as shown by the name on the killing contract. Very impressive, Ryunosuke. But actually, I didn't lie. The name of the target I was ordered to kill never passed my lips yesterday. The idea that Sashiro Jigoko was the mark came entirely from you. Ah! You deliberately avoided saying a name. Okay, well, that's still lying by omission. You didn't tell the whole truth. So, it's still bad. Naughty, naughty. The defense claims that these 4 names indicate some sort of international assassin exchange. I'm sure I speak for all present when I say that the very idea seems utterly absurd. Well, Mr. Jigoko, what do you have to say for yourself? And he's scary. I don't like it when he looks at me like that. His silence only goes to prove his guilt. There's another very important point that this new development brings to light. There's now a distinct possibility that the scene of Inspector Gregson's actual murder was in the witness's cabin aboard the SS Grouse. Judge Jigoko, you have to testify now. To refuse would put you in contempt of court. There's no need for quite such a vicious stare, young man. Very well, then. As a parting gift to you all, I'll tell you everything I know. Are you Are you really going to tell us everything you know? It seems this Japanese gentleman has information that the court must hear about the alleged assassin exchange and the events of the night of the 31st of October. Present your formal testimony now. As you wish, my lord. The assassin exchange. It's true that Kozuma Asogi was assigned the assassination mission 1 year ago now. The target was Inspector T. Gregson. That was a condition of the British study tour. However, in the end, something happened that meant the young man was unable to carry out his mission. On the evening in question, a member of the crew was on duty outside my cabin at all times. If there had been a shot fired, the crewman would have heard it. So clearly, I can't be involved. So you admit it then? As this communication suggests, there really was an assassin exchange arrangement between Britain and Japan. A political endeavor at the highest levels. Not something I can discuss here. To use such a worthy practice as foreign study to coerce somebody to commit murder. It's the most appalling thing I've ever heard. Appalling? Well, it's easy to judge. And I should know, considering I am one. Pardon? Asogi had a reason for taking his sword to that British inspector, you know. What? Which is why he accepted the mission in the first place. Isn't that right, Counsel? Kazuma-sama? Shoshigoko, if you were the mastermind behind this operation in Japan, then tell the court of your identity. Tell the court the identity of your counterpart in Britain. I'm not obliged to divulge that information. As I said yesterday, I've killed nobody. I freely admit that I accepted the mission, but on the night the plan was to be executed, I backed out. In short, this assassin exchange that the defense has identified is unrelated to the events of this case. The crucial point is this. Your police inspector can't have perished aboard that steamship in Dunkirk. Because if he'd been shot from the cabin, it's inconceivable that a member of the crew wouldn't have heard it. That's right. Gregson was killed after returning to London, in the room on Fresno Street. And the perpetrator of the crime was the Reaper, Barack Van Zieks. Prosecution's accusation remains unchanged. To think that a seemingly innocent foreign exchange program was a facade for such Machiavellian dealings. Clearly it's a plot only a government minister and high-ranking judge such as a witness could hope to execute. Well, I seem to recall that it was someone on the British side who controlled everything. I mean, yeah, there has been someone on the British side of who handled things on his side. Be that as it may, it is not the place of this court to pursue this villainous assassin exchange plot. We are concerned only with the tangible events pertaining to the murder of Inspector Gregson. Is the defense clear on that point, counsel? Yes, my lord. I'll keep that in mind as I cross-examine the witness. The Assassin Exchange. Alright, well, I think we can leave things off for the time being. We can, in the next episode, we can cross-examine Jigoku and, well, figure out more about this fucking Assassination Exchange program. But for now, we can leave things off, I suppose. Man, like I said, Jigoku is pretty scary. Like, I thought Lord Strongheart can be intimidating, but I don't want to get on Jigoku's bad side, let me tell you. But anyway, we'll figure that stuff out in the next episode. Until then, though, I'll see you around.